Good morning from the shed. It's coffee and collage time. Coffee is being drunk. It's getting colder, but it's still tasty. Okay, so what am I doing this morning? Well, the other day I'd had some shed shenanigans and I created this, had a bit of fun with it. It's on like a floppy canvas piece and I started creating textures on it, a few circles. I was having quite a bit of fun with that. So I might have a go at sticking bits on that. But also I've got my journal that the other day I was creating with this. And then I'm going to flip it over and maybe do something on there. So I've been sifting through some of my papers that I made earlier. This is on the newsprint, quite thin, but I quite enjoy gluing and sticking. That's my favourite, gluing and sticking with that. This one I created with a wax resist, putting patterns on it. This is a tissue paper. This one is normal printer paper, which is also a wax resist. I kind of like these colours. I'm liking that. Okay, so we've got that. More tissue paper. This one's even more delicate. Something of a dark value. And then a bit of a swirly one. Nice bit of texture on this one from jelly printing. So another one. I like this. Might have a go with that. And then this, dun, 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 this is the tissue paper that came from the playing around on this. If you remember, if you saw the video, that's where this came from. And so I thought that goes with it. Let's go with it. But then I wanted to mix it up a bit and throw a bit of something different in there, and that's why I've chosen these. Will it work? No idea. Do I care? Not really. I just want to have fun. So that's where we're at. So how do we start? I think I'll start on this one just to get warmed up, and we'll come back to this. Got my trusty glue sticks that I use. Buy them in bulk so I can gain economies of scale. Right, to start, I'm going to have to go straight in. I'm going to have to go straight in with this piece. Maybe put some background in first. So actually I might put that down with that. Placing the idea of some colours. I might be using that over the top. So I know. So they might be something I'm going to add on these brighter ones for a little bit of excitement. I might even put some of this on the base. Right, so anyway, I'm going to just get stuck in and stick something down here. I have to rip this one carefully because if I tear it too much, I get a white edge like that bit there. You can see that. Sometimes that would be nice for effect, but I don't want that today. So yeah, this is going to go random tearing just to make a start. Let's see what happens. I might cover these up. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Right, okay, then not too much thinking. I'm saying that out loud so that I'm telling myself. Don't think too much, just do it. Just do it. I think somebody's cutting their grass. Hey, must be spring. It's Friday, by the way. Way! Usually it's my day off, but I've got a little bit of extra work to do today, so I just love to start the day with a little bit of gluing and sticking. I used to be what they call a paste-up artist, and that is working in the printing industry. The paste-up artists were the ones that produced all the layouts for magazines and newspapers. So we would be the ones that are doing desktop publishing by hand. So if you're putting text, pictures, rules, laying out the pages of print, and you'd have a scalpel that doctors, nurses use, cutting people up with scalpels, but I was cutting text and photos and stuff, and wax. You put wax on the background of things and then place them down on a layout sheet that was guided with very light blue, maybe like a turquoise, which didn't show up when they were making the plates for printing. So much fun. I love doing that, so maybe that's why I'm liking all this gluing and sticking now. Here we go then. I'm loving this. I'm loving it, but I'm just going to tear it up. Yeah, going to tear it up. Let's put you in there. I want to get that in the corner. Oh, look. So how did I get that so similar colour to that? I did this one ages ago. That's pretty cool. Actually, I might want this. I don't want it to just blend in at this point. I want some contrast, so I'm going to put that down. I'll trim. As you can see, I don't go. I'm not careful with the edges of my art journal. I just go with it. That's just the way it is at the moment. I just haven't got the time to be worrying about that. I just want to get gluing and sticking. Am I going to cover that over? Maybe I'll go a bit thinner at the top. I've got a little bit more of that there. So when I was a paste-up artist, I would, if you nowadays you've got Photoshop and it gets rid of backgrounds in photos, that kind of thing, the cutout, well, I did that by hand using a scalpel. And I remember once I had to take the background out of a photo of Tina Turner, who back in the 80s, back in the 80s, she had a lot of hair, and I had to cut around that hair. I was known as the cutout queen. Yeah, I loved it. It was so therapeutic. It really was. Oh, I do like this. What do I want on this edge though? Maybe I'll give it a bit of an edge on there, but not too much. Pop that on there. Yeah, I used to sit there listening to the radio and putting together these pages. What Hi-Fi magazine in the day it was called. That was one of them. So that's why we'd get photos of the likes of Tina Turner. So it was very music orientated. Yachting. There's a magazine about yachting as well. Camping, yachting, running. All sorts of different magazines. I'm just trimming the edge. I don't think you can see that on camera. Can't do it that way. I'll do it this way. There we go. It's a mashup of my pre-printed, using my jelly print pad, bits and pieces that provide a lot of fun and interest. Alright, okay, I might hang fire on that because I could use that somewhere else. I think maybe it's time for a little bit of, and this doesn't take very long. This is just something, as she says, although my coffee's getting colder by the minute, I'm just going to have a sip. I don't like drinking tea cold, but I don't mind drinking coffee cold. Years of teaching, you often end up with cold coffee because time goes differently for teachers. Yeah, flies by. Right, yeah, I'm going to get some of this on, fill that little gap there. Again, this one I have to tear carefully, otherwise, again, you get the white edges. Sometimes I like the white edges, but sometimes I just want to just neaten them up a little bit. That's just my preference, that's not a thing. That's just me, how I like it. You have your filter, you do what you like. There's no rules for me in my shed. I just want to be in the moment. I realise that sometimes I'm really bashing down on the glue stick. Bit of pressure. There's a little bit of white on there, and as I said, it is what it is. I'm not too worried. Yeah, I quite like the colour choices today. Don't ask me to name them because I haven't got a clue. It is the morning and I haven't finished drinking my first coffee yet, so expectations should be minimal in this situation. Just trimming that excess. All gone. Now, which way round's the pad? Yeah, I do that a lot. I forget where I'm at. Do things upside down. No worries. I'll put a little bit of you up there. I'm sure you can hear those huskies in the background howling in the morning. Bless them. I am in a shed and I don't have a lot of room, by the way. I'm not showing the shed just yet. We have got electric and we have insulated it, and we use it for camping in when we've got friends, so it's a multi-function room. So when I've had the time to sort it out a little bit, I might show you around. Won't take long, but right, I want to get this on here just like this. It's going to have that white. Left a bit of a gap there. Do I want to fill that in? Oh, no, I'll put a bit of that in, lighten it up. Or just go with the blue. See what happens. It's already sticky on there. I have to be delicate with some of these bits of tissue paper. I forget sometimes. Get a bit enthusiastic and then the next minute I've ripped them. Birds are singing. It's that time of year. They're all starting to think about nesting, finding their places, finding their mates. It's all kicking off. We have a lot of drama in our garden with the birds. As my shed diaries continue, I'm sure there will be some bird dramas that I will be sharing. I just want to make that a teared edge. Ooh. Actually, quite like putting that there. Drawing that little circly bit up. And I'll just maybe put that on there. I love it. Things just naturally, intuitively start coming together. No idea what I was going to do. Just go with the flow. Happy days. Now, I wasn't sure at first whether these two would work, but I quite like that. And it is about what I like. I'm sharing it just to encourage other people to be brave and just enjoy the moment of creativity without any rules, without any judgment. I'm going to pause that for now, let it dry, and you know, it's possible that I can come back and I might add more to it, or I might draw on it, paint on it, or just leave it as it is. See you later.